Yeah. Mic check 1, 2. This is Thomas on the air. Pulling back the curtains, truth is laid bare. No fake smiles, no filters, no disguise. Just a raw reflection in your mind's eyes. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Life's got layers, not just what's in sight. Brothers, stand tall, let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. They say the world's gone crazy, twisted and strange, but wisdom lasts through every kind of change. Step up, wake up, take control of the fight. We're breaking chains with every word we write. Thomas bringing truth like pages from the past. A voice that echoes, never fading fast. It's a podcast, but it feels like more. Opening doors you've never seen before. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Life's got layers, not just what's in sight. Brothers, stand tall, let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Thomas bringing truth like pages from the past. A voice that echoes, never fading fast. It's a podcast, but it feels like more. Opening doors you've never seen before. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Life's got layers, not just what's in sight. Brothers, stand tall, let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Fades with a confident cadence, supported by laid-back beat and smooth bass line. The vibe is gritty, yet motivation. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Yeah, yeah. Life's got layers, not just what's in sight. Yeah. Brothers, stand tall, let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Fades with a confident cadence, supported by laid-back beats and a smooth bass line. The vibe is gritty, yet motivation. Yeah. Yeah. Yo. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Yeah. Mic check 1, 2. This is Thomas on the air. Pulling back the curtains, truth is laid bare. No fake smiles, no filters, no disguise. Just a raw reflection in your mind's eyes. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Life's got layers, not just what's in sight. Brothers, stand tall, let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. They say the world's gone crazy, twisted and strange, but wisdom lasts through every kind of change. Step up, wake up, take control of the fight. We're breaking chains with every word we write. Thomas bringing truth like pages from the past. A voice that echoes, never fading fast. It's a podcast, but it feels like more. Opening doors you've never seen before. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Life's got layers, not just what's in sight. Brothers, stand tall, let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Thomas bringing truth like pages from the past. A voice that echoes, never fading fast. It's a podcast, but it feels like more. Opening doors you've never seen before. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Life's got layers, not just what's in sight. Brother, stand tall, let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Fades with a confident cadence, supported by laid-back beat, them smooth bass line. The vibe is gritty, yet motivation. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Yeah. Life's got layers, not just what's in sight. Yeah. Brother, stand tall, let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Fades with a confident cadence, supported by laid-back beats and a smooth bass line. The vibe is gritty, yet motivation. Yeah. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Yeah. Mic check 1, 2. This is Thomas on the air. Pulling back the curtains, truth is laid bare. No fake smiles, no filters, no disguise. Just a raw reflection in your mind's eyes. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Life's got layers, not just what's in sight. Brothers, stand tall, let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. They say the world's gone crazy, twisted and strange, but wisdom lasts through every kind of change. Step up, wake up, take control of the fight. We're breaking chains with every word we write. Thomas bringing truth like pages from the past. A voice that echoes, never fading fast. It's a podcast, but it feels like more. Opening doors you've never seen before. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Life's got layers, not just what's in sight. Brothers, stand tall, let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Thomas bringing truth like pages from the past. A voice that echoes, never fading fast. It's a podcast, but it feels like more. Opening doors you've never seen before. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Life's got layers, not just what's in sight. Brothers, stand tall, let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Fades with a confident cadence, supported by laid-back beat, them smooth bass line. The vibe is gritty, yet motivation. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Yeah. Life's got layers, not just what's in sight. Yeah. Brothers, stand tall, let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. fades with a confident cadence, supported by laid-back beats and a smooth bass line. The vibe is gritty, yet motivating. Yeah. 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 Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Yeah. Mic check 1, 2. This is Thomas on the air. Pulling back the curtains, truth is laid bare. No fake smiles, no filters, no disguise. Just a raw reflection in your mind's eyes. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Life's got layers, not just what's in sight. Brothers stand tall, let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. They say the world's gone crazy, twisted and strange, but wisdom lasts through every kind of change. Step up, wake up, take control.
What's going on? Welcome back. It's Friday, aka Friday. Just want to make sure everybody can hear me. Yeah, we are good. Welcome back. I wanted to do a quick outfit change. And just for the record, I don't know if y'all know Jeremy Hill of the Jeremy Hill Show. I want to start right now. I am not trying to be like him, because apparently, for those of you that don't know, there's another YouTuber by the name of Jeremy Hill, and he actually wears the same similar outfits to this. And I haven't watched his show in months. So he comes and he says, well, you're trying to copy me, be like me, whatever. And I'm like, I just want to get that out the gate right now. I'm not trying to be like him at all. Give me 1 second, because I'm going to adjust the camera, and I'll be right back. There we go. That's better. So in today's live video, we're going to talk about why Black women lose in dating. Because, again, Black women, y'all have been taking L's all year. In the beginning of the year, it was men taking L's, but now you're taking L's. And it's important to realize that a lot of women aren't exactly like what I'm about to talk about today. You're rude, you're insufferable, you really don't want to smile, you don't want to grin, you don't want to do anything. And then you wonder why Black women have low dating standards, low dating. But the other issue is that your ethnic image, and we've talked about this before, when your ethnic image needs to be corrected because you're already perceived as mean, angry, hateful, arrogant, and then you wonder why other races of men don't really like you. And so we're going to look at a video. We're going to look at two videos, and we're going to look at different perspectives on why Black women are single. But before we get into that, let's talk about this. Now, I made this today. And I made this because there was a thread on Twitter. And apparently, Black women feel that interracial dating is unfair. They feel that Black men date the worst or ugliest white women. But in reality, the same can be said about them. So I decided to make this pyramid of the Black woman's dating hierarchy of the average Black woman. Now, I want you to pay close attention to a few things. Number one, on the bottom, we have the average Black woman. We have YNs and thugs. These are the average Black woman's dating pics. And the reason why I say that is because if you look at modern day women and you look at modern day dating habits, you will see a connection between Pookies and YNs and the harm of Black women. If you watch, there's a YouTube channel called Twisted Crimes. Twisted Crimes. Write that down. Twisted Crimes. After you're done watching me on YouTube, I want you to go to YouTube, go to Twisted Crimes, and watch the videos. And the reason why I say that is because they're real stories. They're not fake. They're real. And they're real stories about real women that date thugs and YNs. I even covered a story on this channel where a 63-year-old grandma wanted to date a YN that was serving a double life sentence in jail. So what happened was they had a conjugal visit, and during that conjugal visit, she ended up losing her life. Now, with all that being said, she could have prevented her losing her life by not dating the loser in jail. And we're going to get into accountability later on in the video, but I want you to pay close attention to the two bottom things on this hierarchy pyramid. The YNs and the thugs, and then we have the below average white guys. Now, for those of you who don't know, I was raised around a lot of whites. I understand how white people date, how white people move, how white people look at other races of women. I even have close personal white friends that have physically, verbatim, told me that we don't date, and I'm going to make myself bigger. I've had white people verbatim tell me the reason why we don't date Black women is because they're too promiscuous. Now, these are real white people. These are not random people on Twitter or TikTok or Instagram or YouTube. They're actually middle to wealthy white people. Even when you deal with the East Indian and Arab guys that have money, they don't even date black women. They date white women. How do you know? I have multiple white female friends, and one that I've known for over 20 years that can tell you verbatim all she dated was foreign guys when she was younger. And they were wealthy. They were rich. They weren't dating black women. They weren't dating running the mill Keisha. They were dating white girls. And I started to notice a trend when I would go out with my white friends to the club and to bars and hang out with foreign people. There were no black people around. And I thought to myself, I was like, why are there no black people here? Except for me. I was the only black person at a lot of those functions that I went to with my best friend of 20 years that we still talk to this day. I was the only black person. And these are foreigners and Americans. No black woman in sight. But when I went out to the clubs and the parties, the black women weren't even anywhere near the VIP section of the foreigners and the well-to-do whites and foreign white guys. So that's why I made this table, because it's 100% true. And then when you look at the below average white guys, this is what I wanted to really, really hone in on, is that when a black woman typically dates a white guy, they typically date a below average white guy. They're not dating Brad Pitt. They're not dating Tom Cruise. They're not dating anybody like that. They're not dating them. When a black woman typically dates a white guy, they're typically dating the white guy rejects. The white guy rejects that were rejected by white women, Asian women, and Latino women. So all they have to choose from is black women. I saw this a lot growing up. I grew up in a predominantly white area where there were a lot of mixed people. There were a lot of black people. There were a lot of whites. And white people, even in the suburbs, they didn't really mess with black women like that. But I can tell you who did. The trailer trash whites were all over blacks. And typically, the trailer trash white guys or the white guy rejects, they typically listen to hip hop music and they try to be ethnic. They're trying to rap, they're trying to smoke, whatever. They try to do all of that. And when they try too hard to be black, those are typically the types of men that black women date. But they use people like Eve and Steven Spielberg's wife and other rich, well-to-do black women to try and say, okay, well, they were able to date a white guy who was rich. I should be able to do that too. No, you aren't rich. A rich white guy is not going to date Keisha that works at Dollar General. They're not. They're not going to date a woman that works at Walmart driving a Nissan Altima with a dent inside and it smells like black ice. They're not going to. So when you look at this pyramid, you see the wines and thugs are at the bottom. That's the typical type of man that the average woman will date. Then they will date the below average white guys. Now notice what I said on the third ring. Everything above the average black woman won't date a positive black man till after Pookie. Rich white men are off limits. You never see a rich white man with a ghetto woman. You won't see it. You don't see it. So that's why the PBWs and the rich white man is totally off limits to the average black woman. In fact, they rarely date them. 0.05%. So Keisha is not dating the local millionaire from a well-to-do family who's a Harvard Law School graduate. They're not compatible. They don't even walk or work in the same world. So when we look at the average dating standards of the average woman, we have to tell the truth. And that's why I put up this article. So we're going to get into the meat of today's. We're going to get into it. So what's holding black women back in dating and relationships? There's a few things, and I'm only going to focus on 3 things because I feel these 3 things are the most important. Because if women can change this, they will be more apt to be chosen in dating. Number 1 is accountability, and we're going to get into that later on. Obesity rates and the mentality toward men. So what do women have to offer men? Honesty, love, faithfulness, submission. Now we're going to get into the S word, ladies, and I hope that y'all are watching because we're about to get into the word that y'all hate. But before we get into the show, before we get into anything, I'm going to need y'all to hit that like button and tickle that notification bell that will let you know when I upload new content. And also subscribe to the channel because it helps the algorithm and it helps the channel grow.
Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, get it, get it, get it, get it, ow, ow.
And don't forget to hit that like. Anyway, back to the show. We're going to talk about what do women have to offer men. Because modern women think submission is slavery. And what submission is not. Because we have to understand that there's feminism, there's the culture, and there's the wrong paradigms that give women the wrong idea about submission. So, what submission is not? Feminism in the extreme. Feminism promotes the idea that women, oh, y'all can't see me. Oops. Here we go. So, what submission is not? Feminism in the extreme. Feminism promotes the idea that women are not different than men, that women don't need a man, and that calling a wife to submission is like calling her to a life of slavery. How many of y'all have ever been on Twitter and dealt with the misandrists and the rad femmes and the femtowards and the femcels and the people that, oh, submission, it's like a handmaid's tale and free labor, and oh no, submission is slavery, and I just want to be a free woman and do whatever I want to do, because if I submit to a man, then dang it, I'm a slave. But what they don't tell you is they're married at home, submitting to their husband. All the while they're online talking crap about the same thing that they're doing at home. Even the early feminists were married. Even the creator of feminism herself had a husband. The major power women in feminism that said submission is slavery, they had husbands. They were going home to husband, cooking and cleaning and taking the kids to bed and making sure he had a beer in his hand and a TV remote in the other. But feminism wants you to think that all men are bad, all men are awful, all men are this, when in reality, it's all a lie. It's a lie to push an alt-right movement. That's why, number two, the culture at large says 50-50 is the best way to run a marriage. Equality is the goal. Submission is unfair. But why is it unfair? Why is submission so unfair? Because when you submit to the right man, see, there's the key. There's the key right there. A lot of y'all are submitting to Pookie, to Ray Ray, to a loser guy that has to be told what your birthday is and put it in a calendar invite. See, feminists, the thing is, feminists are going wild. There's a post right now. I'm going to see if I can go on X and I'm going to screenshot that post. I'm going to see if I can find it real quick. I'm going to see if I can find it real quick. And I'm going to put it on the screen because I think I replied to it right before I started the live. Give me one second. I'm going to see if I can find that post. I know I can find that. Because it's a post. Okay, here we go. I found it. Let me 1 second, y'all. I'm getting. All right. Here we go. I found it. I'm going to clip it on. And now, 1 second. I'm going to add it to the show. Here we go. Y'all ready? This is funny. Here we go. So, here's the post that everybody is going crazy over on Twitter right now. It has 187 likes right now and counting, but the post reads, I had this predicament. I insisted that he use wet wipes up until he got used to them and it solved the issue. I literally had to change my sheets on a daily basis. And Danny said, shout out to Danny, the man-hating misandrist. You had a fully grown man who didn't know how to wipe his own tail, and you continued to date him to the point that you had to tell him to use wipes. How didn't you dump him the moment you saw that crap? Literally. That's what we're talking about. Y'all do all this for the wrong man. And then you say submission is slavery, submission is evil. You can't say that when you're dealing with the wrong type of man. Why is a woman with a man who can't even wipe his butt? That's peak level immaturity in the man, but that's also peak level low self-esteem in the woman. But notice that women aren't shaming this woman for dating a guy that couldn't even wipe his own tail. They're shaming the man. And they're empathizing with the woman. And number 3, wrong paradigms. Use models like Captain First Mate, pilot, co-pilot, CEO, VP, etc. Now here we go. So each woman should strive to be bride-like. Now, what does bride-like look like? I'm going to make this bigger so that everybody can see. So what does bride-like look like? So it means respectful, because I want you to look at right here. This is what really matters. Is right here. The majority of women are right here and right here. Unsubmissive and weak. What we want is a submissive, strong woman, but not strong as in disrespectful, prideful, self-centered. What we're looking for is a respectful, humble, solid identity. And when we say solid identity, what we mean is somebody that has their own identity outside of the relationship. Generously loving, yielded, and empowered. Now, what about that screams slave? Ladies, what about that screams slave? None of it. And that's how they twist your mind and make you think submission is slavery. Because they don't want you to get married, have a family, and be taken care of the rest of your life. They want you out here working like a man, dealing with man stuff that you really don't need to deal with, all in the name of independence, and I don't need a man. That's how they get you. And here we go. Why do black women not submit? Oh, we gonna talk about it. Black women in the chat, hit that like button, even though I'm gonna upset and piss you off, but the truth is the truth. Number one, lack of fathers in the home, and a poor example from their mothers. Daughters follow their mothers. So, let me give you an example. If your mother or your grandmother was a single mom, and your mother was a single mom, chances are, I can put money on it, you're going to be a single mom. Why? Because the concept of marriage and family was never instilled into you by your mom. Think about it. If you've never seen a marriage, why are you going to believe that a marriage works and you've never seen it? See, a lot of people that get on Twitter and talk about, oh, marriage doesn't work. Marriage is a scam. Marriage doesn't work. Marriage isn't guaranteeing anything. Chances are you've never been married and you've never seen a successful marriage. So instead of you saying, I don't know what that looks like, you want to downplay marriage. You want to downplay family. You want to downplay responsibility. You want to downplay all of these other things. And I think what happens is that when you haven't seen it, you kind of don't believe it exists. Because you have to remember we're all looking at life through our own eyes and our own opinions and our own convictions. So when somebody says marriage works and you've never seen a marriage, you're going to automatically go against it because you've never seen it. You've never heard it. You've never talked about it. Number two, the environment that most black women grow up in is not conducive and to an environment that fosters love and care for family and men. A lot of black women grow up in the hood. Let's keep it a buck. You grow up in the hood, you grow up in trauma, you grow up in a broken home. That's not a conducive environment for you to be able to say, I like men. It's not a conducive environment for you to say, all men aren't dogs. Because the women that hate men the most have been done dirty by a man or a few men. And they use that same experience to justify why they hate men. And then they say things like all men till it's no men. It's not all men, but it's always a man. You know the drift. So it's like we have to understand that a lot of women are living life through the lens of their own two eyes And that's it. Number 3, a lot of women have unresolved issues with their fathers or men that hurt them. A lot of men have hurt women, but a lot of women have been hurt by men. So you got to let that hurt go and move on. Poogie left you with a kid. You can't take the kid back. Poogie left you, said he was always going to be there. And you're just sitting around, moping around, crying every day on the internet because Poogie and the YN that you willingly laid down with decided to leave you. And then you want to get online and say, oh, men ain't none. You can't do that because you chose them. Yeah, there's 2 to tango. Yeah, it takes 2 to make a baby, but it only takes 1 to have one. So you can't keep blaming the men for choices and decisions that you made in your own life. And number 4, family values are not taught to women at a young age. Instead, women are taught to be independent and never fully rely on a man. There it is, guys. That's what it's all about. So, before we get into black women and obesity, I'm going to play a video. And then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about it.
Sister?
I'm the little sister.
How old's the little sister?
I'm the little sister.
How old is she?
21.
Name 5 things that you have to offer a man.
Nothing, 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 and nothing.
You ate with that one.
You're not serious though.
I am serious.
So why would a man even want to look your way if you can't add value to his life?
Well, down if you ain't got the bag down.
Right. Thank you. Thank
You
you,
ain't trying to
friend.
spend the money down.
So
Thank you, friend.
let's say the man has the bag and he wants to spend the money. What does he get back?
Why do it always got? I feel like you said you want pussy like that. I feel like that's what you're talking about. Why do it have to always be about dick and pussy?
Right, like ask some more questions like what's my favorite color? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nigga,
Yeah, let's get to know each
what
other. Why do
color
it gotta
is
be about
my
pussy?
motherfucking real hair?
Nothing, 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 and nothing.
Oh, drop. How you doing? Oh, dropping it.
And see, here's the thing. This woman was rude. This woman was completely rude. I want to make sure y'all can hear me. This woman was completely rude, uncalled for. Uncalled for. Because it, for those of you who don't know, it is perfectly fine for somebody to say, hey, good morning. Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you this morning? I deal with people all day, every day. I get told good morning so much that if I had $1 for every time somebody said good morning to me, I would be rich. And if they had $1, because it's about common courtesy, it's about common decency. You mean to tell me as a woman, you cannot smile? You cannot. You're telling me this is somebody leave a comment in the chat. I don't know. Is smiling illegal? Is it illegal to smile in public or you'll go to jail and have a $500 fine? Somebody let me know in the chat. Is it illegal to smile? Is it illegal to speak? Because where I come from, if you didn't speak back to somebody that spoke to you, that would be an issue. And a lot of black women lack common courtesy. Sorry, not sorry. A lot of y'all lack common courtesy. But yet you want a rich white man, but you can't even say hello to a person at a gas station. Women make life so hard for themselves for no reason. Even if she didn't want to talk, be like, yo, I'm fine. I'm really not in the mood. Communicate. All she had to say was, I appreciate the sentiment. I'm not in the mood today. Can you just ring up my items, please? Best way to diffuse the situation, but here comes the feminist. Well, why should she have to do that? He should know because she's not responding to him. And if she's not responding to him, no. Take some accountability for once in your life. Communication is a two-way street. How are we, as a man, gonna know that you're not comfortable if you don't communicate and vocalize it? Y'all women just expect men to just be mind readers like, what was that guy on the X-Men? Professor X. Women want men to be like Professor X. And they want men to read your mind. This is what modern women and black women want men to do. They want you to read their mind. We should know that you're unhappy. We should know that you're not comfortable. We should know these things just by your facial expression and body language. Well, communication is key. This is why so many women are single. And I'm going to play that other video one more time.
Hey, with that one.
Because this is why so many women are single. So many of you women out there right now are single because this is what you bring to the table.
Nothing, 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 and nothing.
Y'all bring absolutely nothing to the table. And you want a man to do everything and you do nothing. You want men to go in blind. You want a man to be like, I don't know, but I'm just gonna guess. And that doesn't work. That never works. Continuing on, another reason, how many of y'all go to the gym? I want you to put a 1 in the chat right now if you go to the gym. Because I want to see something. If you're watching this video right now, put a 1 in the chat if you go to the gym. Put a 1 in the chat right now if you go to the gym. We're doing a social experiment live on YouTube right now. I need you to share this video with as many people as you can and then put a 1 in the chat if you go to the gym. Because word on the street is that black women go to the gym. Now, I'm not saying that black women don't go to the gym. But what I'm saying is that black women don't go to the gym as much as other races of women. Don't y'all know I was eating alive on Twitter? I was eating alive on Twitter just for saying that the majority of black women don't go to the gym. You know how many black women I pissed off today? A whole lot. But it's always funny. They get mad at the truth. Put a 1 in the chat right now if you go to the gym. Because a lot of black men go to the gym, white men go to the gym, Asians go to the gym, Latinos and Latinas go to the gym. But it's one demographic of people that don't go to the gym. Black women. And I'm about to prove to you why that is. And I'm not doing it based on my words alone. I'm doing it off of facts, data, and statistics. So we're going to get into it. Obesity, black women, all crap. I'm about to get a bunch of dislikes on this live stream. So if you could do me a solid, let's get this live stream liked as much as possible. Because the topic that we're about to talk about is going to piss off black women so much that they're going to try and get rid of this video. So if you're watching, hit that like button and fight back. Let's fight for the truth. Because it's the truth that sets you free. So a post on Twitter today, reads, Blank said he gonna find a black woman in the gym. And then you have the Chris Tucker face looking like, yeah, right. So you still believe that black women go to the gym? So I'm going to blow this up because I want you to see it. And we're going to go over it piece by piece. This is from the CDC 2021. Children and adolescents. Children ages 6 through 11 who were obese. Percentage. This is from 2015 to 2018. Girls, black girls, 27.2. Black boys, 18.3. Notice the difference. This is between ages 6 and 11. Children ages 2 through 17 whom a health provider within the past 2 years gave advice about the amount and kind of exercise, sports, or physically active hobbies they should have. Percentage 2020, non-Hispanic, black, 28.4%. Do you see this? These aren't even adults. These are children. These are elementary school, middle school. They ain't even in high school yet, and they're already obese. They're already obese, and they're not even in high school yet. How do we get here? I'm going to show you how. Children ages 2 through 17 for whom a health provider gave advice within the past 2 years about healthy eating. Percentage 2020, black 42.2%. Non-Hispanic white are in the lead with 51.4%. However, let's look at more data. Here's the students in grades 9 through 12. I'm going to make this bigger so y'all can see this. So students in grades 9 through 12, this is in high school, who are overweight, percentage 2023, female, non-Hispanic black, 21.4%. Students in grades 9 through 12 who were obese, percentage 2023, female 20.8, non-Hispanic black. You can find this statistic in the CDC high school youth risk behavior survey data, high school students who had obesity in 2023. Because women like to say, well, these are old stats. No, this is 2023. This is 2 years ago. Less than a year ago, rather. Adults. Black women, where y'all at? Where y'all at? Adults, age 18 and over, who were obese, BMI of 30 or greater, percentage 2023, 42.9. That's black people in general. But persons over 18 and over who were overweight but not obese, BMI of 25 to 30, age adjusted percentage. Look at this. There's more black males that are overweight but not obese than black females. So even though black men are overweight, we're not categorized as obese. We're just overweight. Persons age 18 and over who were obese, BMI of 30 or greater, age adjusted percentage, 2018, male 31.2%, female 44.3%. Ladies and gentlemen, I rest my case. The majority of black women are not in the gym and they are overweight. And you cannot continue to live and put your head in the sand and act like that doesn't happen, because it does. It happens. So this is why, and let's look at more facts. Do you really think a white guy is going to date an obese, overweight black woman? No. They're going to date an Asian or a slim white woman who goes to the gym and eats wheat, grass, and flaxseed and drinks protein powder every day and gets up at 8 a.m. to run because they care about their health. They ain't gonna date an obese sister. Continuing on, and this is why education is so important. In the United States, shout out to my United States people. I'm going to sing. Yeah, that didn't work. So, in the United States, black women. In the United States, black women have the highest rates of obesity compared to other racial ethnic groups. Approximately 60% of black women are considered obese based on a body mass index of 30 kilograms, and black women are 70% more likely to be obese as compared to non-Hispanic white women. In the United States, black women experience the highest rates of obesity compared to other ethnic groups. Specifically, around 57% of non-Hispanic black women are classified as obese, according to a 2024 report by Single Care. This is significantly higher than the rates for other racial and ethnic groups, according to the Obesity Medicine Association. Here we have the age adjusted prevalence of obesity among adults ages 20 and over by sex, race, and Hispanic origin 2017 through 2018. You see what I see? There you have it. So do you really think that black women are in the gym, taking care of themselves, eating healthy, eating right, doing what they need to do? Absolutely not. They're not doing it. And so when you think, and you sit here and think, okay, why do women get so upset when you ask them, what do you bring to the table? This is why. This is why. Oh no. Oh no. Accountability. Ladies, you might want to click off this video now, because this part of the video is going to really ruffle your feathers. So people like to throw around the word accountability. So let's look at what it is. Accountability. Webster's Dictionary. Because y'all know me, I back my stuff up with facts, data, and statistics. Y'all know this. Y'all have been with me for the last 2 years, and I've been dropping facts, data, and statistics on people all day, every day. So what is accountability? Accountability is the quality or state of being accountable, especially an obligation or a willingness to accept responsibility or to account for one's actions. Women can't do that. They can't. They are unable to be accountable for their own actions. And when you look at that dreaded word, when you look at that evil word, accountability, it makes you upset. It makes you want to punch the wall. It makes you want to scream and cry. It makes you want to burst in the flames. Because that word accountability is like kryptonite to modern women. Women hate accountability. Why? Because it holds them accountable for their own actions. And this is women. This is this is women bursting into flames when they hear the word accountability. This is what happens when the word accountability is spread. One woman every 15 seconds bursts into flames when they hear the word accountability. We need to get this stat out to the CDC. One woman every 15 seconds bursts into flames when they hear the word accountability. Women are not accountable for their actions. Hence, they blame men for their outcomes. Women typically respond in ways that avoid accountability. A few examples of that is, if he didn't do this, I would not have done that. Not all men, but it's always a man. Y'all heard this on social media? If you've heard any of those things on social media, I want you to comment which one you heard. All men till it's no man. What about the man? It takes two to tango. The kid didn't get here by themselves. Typical man, always dodging accountability. 100 men versus accountability. And see, this is why I do the work of the Lord. I do the Lord's work each and every day. Because my job as a man, as a content creator, as a YouTuber, is to hold these modern women accountable. And you can do your part too. Whenever you see a woman not being accountable, gently remind her that she needs to be. When you see a single mother glorifying the single mother lifestyle on social media, do your part and correct them. When you see every average Keisha trying to date a white guy with money, gently remind her that since they don't want you, you can all do your part. In the land of lies, we can join together and speak the truth. Because it's time for us as black men to hold black women accountable. And over here, we're going to keep doing that until the lights go off and the wheels fall off. Because black women and women in general continue to live in an unaccountable world. And before I get out of here, I just want to shout out everybody that came by, everybody that watched the show, that hit that like button, that we got 3 likes so far. We need to get that up to about 10 or 20 likes so this video can go out to more and more people. But before I get out of here, I want to remind y'all that every week I'm going to be going live on Tuesday or Wednesday and definitely on Friday. That is every week. And the more people that come out to the show, the more shows I'm going to do. So if you want me to do because I'll do a show every week. I mean, I'll do a show 5 days a week, but y'all got to come out and participate. So don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Check out my newest video that I just uploaded the day before yesterday and the 2 shorts that I uploaded already yesterday. And I'm going to upload some more content over the weekend. Stay tuned for that. And until the next one, peace. See y'all in the next video.
Fight. We're breaking chains with every word we write. Thomas bringing truth like pages from the past. A voice that echoes, never fading fast. It's a podcast, but it feels like more. Opening doors you've never seen before. Keep it real, stay strong. Rise above the hype. Life's got layers, not just what's in sight. Brothers, stand tall. Let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Thomas bringing truth like pages from the past. A voice that echoes, never fading fast. It's a podcast, but it feels like more. Opening doors you've never seen before. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Life's got layers, not just what's in sight. Brothers, stand tall, let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Fades with a confident cadence, supported by laid back beat through smooth bass line. The vibe is gritty, yet motivation.